When I was working at the dairy store, the convenience store I worked at after college, there was this one guy who was a regular customer for a time. He would always wear a baseball cap and sunglasses, the latter may be due to some medical condition. He regularly got cans of beer, but a certain type of beer. If that beer wasn't displayed in the cooler, he would go through the cooler door himself, despite not being an employee, and walked behind the cooler to get the beer from the back stock. I believe it was hard to see him do this at first since the view of the cooler door is mostly blocked by the store's shelves, but we eventually caught on to him and told him to stop. After this, if he didn't see his beer, he asked one of us employees to go get it for him from the back of the cooler, despite there being plenty of other beer to choose from the cooler. When he brought his beer up to the counter, we scanned it and asked for his identification, because at first, we had to ask everyone for valid identification whenever they bought alcohol, whether or not it was obvious they were old enough. This policy was abolished eventually while I was working there. Several times when I asked for his ID, he would show an expired ID. I told him I needed valid identification, so he got annoyed and took out his current ID. Why did he keep carrying around his expired ID? If you have current identification, don't you get rid of any expired ID? Also, with his beer, he would ask for some Orange Boys. What? I asked him the first time. Some Orange Boys, he repeated. What was he talking about? A co-worker of mine grabbed something behind me, put it on the counter, and said that that was what he was talking about. It was a pack of BLK Smooths, a type of cigarillo, or small, narrow cigar. How was I supposed to know this? Where on the pack did it say Orange Boys? If he had told me BLK Smooths or Orange BLKs, since there was orange on the pack, I would have known what he wanted. I was new. I couldn't have known about some ridiculous nickname he gave to a pack of cigarillos. He could have noticed my confusion and told me that he really wanted those cigarillos, but he was too ignorant to do that. After that first time, he kept saying he wanted Orange Boys, referring to the BLK Smooths, and I knew what he meant despite being annoyed at the nickname. He also would do this with new employees after me, who would get confused like I was, and I or another employee had to fill them in on what that guy wanted. That guy eventually stopped coming to that store. Maybe he moved or decided to be a regular at another location. Hopefully, he got rid of that expired ID like he should have done as soon as he got his new one, and would learn to say BLK Smooths when he wants to buy those at the counter. Please comment down below if you ever had to struggle with a customer like him. And as always, thanks for listening and have a nice day.